1, 2, 3.
RPM didn't meet their expectations, but aren't they the ones that were responsible for that dreadful MMPR remake? Or
I don't think it's that dreadful.
Saban should have bought back the rights before the remastered MMPR because
that was horrible.
He bought it back just as the second season of it ended, so now he's got to finish up a craptacular remake.
Why don't you like the revision?
Because it's like MMPR had a love child with Beetleborgs, and it's horrible. Effects are so horrible and unnecessary.
Heroes is an important part.
I like BR Troopers for kids.
Yeah.
I liked Beetleborgs. But in that sense,
I love Beetleborgs.
Metallics was great. Having said that, I
agree.
think like the comic booky aspect they threw on it.
Okay.
It worked for Beetleborgs because they read comics, but for MMPR it has no place. Yeah, I mean, that's ridiculous. This isn't what I wanted to see. I was actually kind of excited for it. We might as well go back and watch the old series.
Is it better than not having any love for people for original MMPR? Because if we think about it now, this convention, at least for me, is filled by people who are significantly younger than me to some regard. And you know, I look at them like, do they know this costume? Do they get it? I don't know. And with this, I know that more of them will.
But it's like, is that what we want to be showing to people that are fans of the newer stuff? Do we want them to be introduced to the older stuff on that kind of garbage?
No,
like, that's kind of a bad way to bring it back to them.
Love the suits. Love the suits.
Oh, the movie suits.
Oh my god. That's the only great thing about the movie.
They got their own scanner. Those suits were not the Japanese suits. Right? Not them. They're like, guys, we gotta.
But they did get the Japanese suits later on down the road.
You and then you. No offense or anything.
Totally
cool.
You mentioned that Saban has bought back the rights to Power Rangers, right? So, like, what are they going to do with it now?
I don't think anyone.
I saw the casting call.
Shinkenger, they just finished the casting. The actors are making like $1 grand a day. It's horrible.
Question. No, keep going you first. Sorry.
No, I was just saying they just finished the casting for it. The actors are making ridiculous amounts of money.
Do we know who's doing it yet?
No. They have not released so far, but they have confirmed they're doing Shinkenger.
So let me know when you find out who it is.
Green Ranger.
Are they casting?
Do you have a question?
No. I just don't want to get that guy excluded while I know that you two are raising your hand.
Sorry. Are they casting in New Zealand or in LA?
New Zealand. They are moving to New Zealand.
Well, I think they cast in LA, but they film in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, now that's a curious thing because Shinkenger was heavily relied on Japanese history, Japanese, even linguistics, the kanji when they transform. But more than that, I think Japanese people have an inherent understanding because it's their military history of how the noble system in samurai ranking or the caste system would work and how people would have retainers and stuff. That wasn't necessarily explained, I think, in opening Shinkenger. If somebody's rewatched it recently, feel free to correct me.
Well, when they transformed Go Under to whatchamacallit, RPM, and I mean, I saw the first few episodes of both versions, and they were completely different animals. No pun intended.
Oh, I thought you meant like the actual.
Kind of like the original Power Rangers stuff.
No, that's a good point. But wherein if you take series like RPM or Go Under or something like Deca Ranger and they change it to SPD, those are synonymous to Western culture. You know, driving cars, being police. It doesn't translate, in my opinion. I think it'll hopefully be good, but I'm curious to see what they're going to do to translate that because it's so culturally unique to Japan.
Yeah, Shinkenger doesn't explain all that because it doesn't need to because people are used to that. But
Exactly.
over here, it's going to require a lot of explaining, or they're just.
Or they might just make it something like.
Or they'll do what they do with what they did with most of the Power Rangers stuff and just rewrite.
The thing that they haven't done. When I saw Shinkenger come out, I was like, oh well, didn't they already do this? Because they did have what was it, Kakadanger or when they were ninjas? It got
Hurricaneger.
No, they didn't.
No, before Hurricaneger.
Kakadanger.
Right, Kakadanger, which got turned only into Alien Rangers for a brief, like, half season on the original MMPR continuity.
That totally ruined the ninja scene.
Well, I think,
Well, MMPR did that thing where it took bits and pieces from a bunch of different series and forged it into one new thing.
No, you're thinking of
Well,
PR.
that was kind of the, that was the kind of thing at the time. Was that they actually took, they actually compiled different shows into one. Don't forget what the original source material for Voltron was. It was actually 2 different shows.
Go Lion.
Go Lion and Dairuger, was that?
Yeah, Dire.
Yeah.
The only Voltron I remember is the Voltron in the 3rd dimension.
Just bought it today.
this guy is cool.
Oh,
Coinky Dink.
yeah, and I got the whole thing at home too.
And I'll form the head.
Good stuff.
And I'll form the ass.
Okay, so I was just going to mention, you were mentioning Go Onger before, and I really like that series. I like the Go On Wings. I thought they were that.
I thought they were cool because they were Kamen Rider actors. And I was like, this is... They're
It's
more
always
suave.
fun to see Kamen Rider actors doing other stuff.
But the thing that really got to me is, and I mean, this is true of every Sentai, but more so, I really felt they were trying to get me to buy some toys there. How, like, that and Bokenger had the most amount of mechs I would ever possibly imagine. There were just so many, and when you couldn't think they would add more, they would add more. But I am glad that people still got enjoyment out of it. Did you have like a favorite part or episode or anything?
A favorite what, sorry?
A favorite anything, either a favorite transformation, favorite episode, favorite character, something you really liked about it. Give me a highlight.
Let me see. I really like the Shinkenger transformations and the roll call.
Yes, the henshin sequence with the big banners and everybody, and sometimes they do
I love how
gags
it's
with
so
it.
needlessly formal.
Shinken Golds is the best, I think.
Yeah.
Yes,
You and none of you, cool, yeah. Did you forget?
Well, no, going back to like Saban, like you guys remember Mystic Knights, right?
Oh,
I have the entire series.
You have that?
I have it all.
How do you have it?
Someone was selling DVD packages of
That got
all
released
those
on
old
DVD?
Saban shows. No, it wasn't actually DVDs. Someone videotaped them and put them all on the DVD, and it was actually decent quality considering how old it is.
Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, it was just
I don't remember the website. I'm sorry.
it was original and
Saban's only original series, and somehow his greatest.
Well, yeah, it was the one where he actually bothered to write stuff.
I was going back into it is like the different things. I know I go on 4chan on N-board and they talk about tokusatsu. So it's like I see some of the pictures for some of the stuff. For example, they have outdone Boken Ranger and Goanger with the new series because they keep adding heads to the mech. But they also made a pirate mech, so.
We really don't know what to think about it.
We have no longer any idea what to think about that series. But there is a guy who's actually working on Kamen Rider on N.
Pardon?
There's a guy who's working on Kamen Rider on N. He's trying to get all the older stuff that hasn't been subbed and sub it. And he's been telling us the stuff. He showed us Extreme Form, like the sketches of it before it came out.
Yeah, there's a YouTube channel we watch where they get magazine scans of everything like weeks before it airs.
the double movie is going to be kick ass.
The one they're airing in 3D.
Alright.
It's
I won't mention what M's favorite pastime is on Sunday.
Or is your hand raised, or are you just like...
No.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Oh, right after him, okay?
Yeah.
So, if Saban is doing Shinkenger, as I've heard they are, kind of makes you wonder is Gosager going to be as bad as it is in Japan? Because watching Shinkenger, I was like, oh, this is actually pretty good as far as Sentai series goes.
Well-
and then I saw Gosager and I was like, oh.
yeah, about that.
Actually,
What is this? I don't
Hey,
compared to how much
Kevin, look at it this way.
Green Ranger was another.
When Saban brought Zeo over, Zeo in Japan was the series that almost killed Super Sentai, and yet it was one of the best when they brought it over here. And Car Ranger was the series that saved Super Sentai afterwards because Japan loved it. And he turned it into Turbo, which was the worst over here.
No, Rescue was the worst.
Space was very redeeming because
It was so similar to the actual Sentai of its origin.
what I liked about it
Or was it Lightspeed Rescue? Sorry.
I just want to know if Saban will be able to sell angels and trading cards.
Yeah,
I don't think anything can save
how
that.
well will an angel Angel Task Force go over here. It's a good point. We will see how many
They'll
people are up in arms.
they'll probably turn it into like Sentinel Squad or something.
Yeah, hopefully it won't be too heavy on the road.